Welcome to the channel. As I've said before, I help nursing students pass their NCLEX crash it. I'm going to help you crash your TEAS exams. These are videos designed for those preparing for their TEAS exams, focusing on science, anatomy, and physiology and biology. Stick around. Let me show you how to approach these questions in a very straightforward way. You don't beat around the bush, and you'll be able to pick the answer choice without any problem. This is video 2. So the first question, which structure in the heart prevents the backflow of blood into the left atrium during ventricular contraction? A bunch of words. Don't worry about it. Step back. Underline the keywords. They talk about structure of the heart. Draw it. Prevent backflow of blood into the left atrium. The heart is divided into 4 chambers. The left side, this is left atrium. This is left ventricle. You have right atrium and right ventricle. Focus on the left side. There's valves here, 2 valves. The valve here is 3 shape, and the valve here is 2 shape. These alone will help you figure out what you need to do to answer this question. You know this is talking about the heart itself, right? Therefore, you can eliminate the aortic valve because the aortic valve take blood from the left ventricle to within the aorta to the other branches of the aorta. So it's gone. The right side has 3 valve. It's tri. Therefore, this is also gone. You see what I'm doing? The pulmonary valve, there's no true valve in the pulmonary vessel, so that one is gone. So by elimination, you can see bicuspid mitral valve is between the left atrium and then the left ventricle. And that's what the question is asking. Left atrium, left ventricle. And this is how you can master the structure of the heart and the function of individual. Next one, cells secrete glycogen. Keyword is glycogen. Which type of pancreatic cells secrete glycogen? Then go back to your content and underline. What are they talking about? Glycogen is pancreatic cells. There's different kind of cells in the pancreas. There's the alpha cells, there's the beta cells, there's the delta cells, and there's the pancreatic peptide cells, basically. The alpha cells are the glucagon, okay? And the beta cells are the one that secrete insulin. The delta cells secrete something we call somatostatin. This inhibits, it stop glucagon production, it stop insulin production. So it block A and B. And the peptide basically just regulation of the pancreatic enzymes. So these regulate them. So based on the answer choice, glucagon is secreted by the alpha cells. That's the content related to that. You see, I'm answering it straightforward. Don't beat it around the bush. Which of the following correctly describe the path of blood from the heart and the lung? That means you have to know the structure. So this is your heart and this is your lung. I told you there's 4 chambers, right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. Blood from outside go to the right atrium. From the right atrium, it's going to the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, it goes to your lung through the pulmonary artery. From the lung, it come back to the heart through the pulmonary vein. It goes to the left atrium, left ventricle, and come out from the aorta. Therefore, which one? You don't have to see which one it match. See if you follow the pattern. From the left atrium, we don't go to the right ventricle. You stop. Don't continue. From the right atrium, we should go to right ventricle. Oh, we went to the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, we should go to the pulmonary artery. We went to the pulmonary artery. From the pulmonary artery, we got to go through the lung. We went through the lung. From the lung, we got to go to pulmonary vein. We went through the pulmonary veins. And then we have to come back to the left atrium. This is your right answer. You don't even do the rest. It's a test-taking strategy. The ventricle, right ventricle here, will go to the pulmonary artery. It does not go right atrium, so that's gone. Left ventricle will go to the aorta. It doesn't go to the right atrium. So the right answer is number 2. This is how you can master it, you see. So that's how number 2 is your right answer based on the pathway of the heart flow. Which ion plays a key role during the repolarization phase of action potential? Once again, go for the content. It's a repolarization action potential. Action potential is how neurons talk to each other and take information from one place to another. Every cell is negative inside and positive outside. And this is regulated by sodium and potassium. Before the cell can send signals, it has to depolarize, right? Depolarize will happen when what? You have rush of sodium go inside. A lot of sodium go inside. This is depolarization. And these negative become positive. So the cells are more positive inside and the information get transmitted. When you want to bring it back to original state, is what? Repolarize. So more potassium will leave. So there is an efflux of potassium as it moves out to allow repolarization so that the cells will become neutral again. So repolarization is by the potassium and depolarization is by the sodium. So these questions asking you repolarization. So that's number two. So this is how you can understand the content related to that. Okay. The filtration unit of the kidney includes all of the following except what? That means you have to know the filtration unit. And the unit is start with this the glomerulus within the Bromo's capsule. And then you have to have something to collect it. And then you have the loop of Allen, you have the collecting duct and a collecting tubule. So the combination is what? You start with the functional unit is include the glomerulus, right? Then followed by the Bowman's capsule to glomerulus Bowman's capsule. I see loop of Allen, right? Then you have a proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, and collecting that. The ureter is not part of it. It's a conducting system part of the kidney, but not the functional unit. It does not help in forming urine. Therefore, this number four is the right answer. Which of the following shows the correct order of air flow from the nose to the lung? When you take in a deep breath, you go through your lung and your nose. What pathway does it go to get into your lungs? There is a mnemonic. Easy way to remember it. And the best way is this is the way I call it. Nose, people love to bake brownies always. So nose people love to bake brownie always. The nose is your nose. The people is the pharynx. The L is the larynx. The T is the trachea. The first B is the bronchi. The second B is the bronchioles. And A is the alveoli. So from your nose, you got to go to your pharynx. You don't go into your larynx. Okay? You don't go into your trachea. From your nose, you don't go into the alveoli. Therefore, this is your right answer. You see how you can master it? Nose people love to what? Bake brownie always. So that is the key. Number one is your right answer. If you don't know it, just memorize this content. You'll be able to answer any question on the pathway of air. Which of the following responses is mediated by the parasympathetic? This is also easy to remember. Parasympathetic, it means you are at rest and it's good for your GI tract. That's all. That means everything should be going down. There's some few things that are going down, some few things that go up. But the best thing to remember them is rest and good for the GI. Therefore, it make the GI act faster and make the rest of the body rest. So increase heart rate. You can't rest when your heart rate is high. Dilated pupil, your pupil are getting bigger, you are not resting. That means you're afraid of something. Digestion should be going up, right? not down, because it loves GI tract. So by default, you make a lot of saliva when you have a parasympathetic nervous system. You have digestion, you pee, that's cholinergic effect. You pee a lot, you have salivation, and then you have a lot of diarrhea. GI tract is working. So number four is your right answer. Which type of muscle is involuntary, non-striated, and found in the walls of the internal organ? For muscle structures is easy. There's three things they may ask you. I'm showing you. Involuntary key, non-striated, and the location. So how do you find the difference? Skeletal muscle is what? Is striated. You can control it, so it's voluntary. You can move your muscle and it's attached to a bone. The next muscle you should know is cardiac. Cardiac muscle are also striated, but you can't tell your heart to beat. You are not aware of it. You don't can think about it. Your heart is beating. If you stop, you're not aware, then you die. So it's striated, but it's involuntary and it's in your heart muscle. The smooth one is not striated. That's key. And you don't control it either. It's involuntary and it's within organs. So involuntary, non-striated, find in the wall of internal organ is smooth muscle. So this is the content related different type of muscle. When they give you a question, do it like that. Is it striated? Can I control it? And what kind of function? You can be able to figure out what type of muscle is that. Number nine, what is the period of cardiac cycle during which the heart muscle is at rest and the chamber are filling with blood? That means when the heart is not contracting. Just by content, I cannot pick contraction while the question is asking you about rest. And then you know contraction is associated with systole, ejection, right? Depolarization is when the cells is related to cells. It has nothing to do with cardiac cycle. And therefore, number four is your right answer. Diastole is when your heart is relaxed, chambers are being filled with fluid. So four is the right answer. And the last one, which macromolecule contains the genetic instructions for the development and function of the living thing? Key words in the question is genetics. Protein is not genetics. Carbohydrate is not genetics. Lipid is not genetics. They are all macromolecule, but they don't contain the genetics. Okay, that does not give you the instruction of what you do. Therefore, this is DNA. Thank you for watching. If you like it, subscribe to Adam Class and you get more content like that related to the thesis. I will make a bunch of videos on anatomy and physiology to help you master in addition to biology. Take care and good luck.